a bit of room, tucked up on the boundary line, squares it up beautifully. Anderson, though, dropping the mark. A mistake in the end for the Kangaroos. Almost turning over. Brown, Wells, there's still a chance here. The Roos, Zeeble back inside 50. Thomas has made some ground. Couldn't complete the mark again. Twisting in the pocket, vision again, brilliant this time, and Del Santo drifting forward can have the shot at goal.
They had to get burnt eventually. The amount of space and the amount of North Melbourne players that were free in pockets of space, it was just a matter of time before a little chip kick found the mark.
Jason, we've been critical of Lindsay Thomas and his want to kick the goal himself over the last few seasons, and particularly the last couple of weeks. Fantastic team first play so far.
Nick Del Santo looking for the first goal of the season for the Kangaroos. Strikes it beautifully and opens the account for North Melbourne in 2016.
Yeah, I have absolutely no doubt.
And he got the answer he wanted.
Well, they got plenty of numbers back then, Adelaide. High ball from North Melbourne. Their small forwards were too high up. And Adelaide got 3 or 4 numbers back very quickly to help out their key defenders.
Tarrant and walk up. And it's the Texan who gives it to Sloane. He's had a couple of bounces. Goes for a chip. Well, in towards the middle. It's going to be okay because he's given it across to Betts. A high tackle, and the advantage is going to be paid. It is. You can hear the umpire saying, "Hi, Adelaide." Now he goes short to Jenkins, and the big man takes the mark 30 metres out, directly in front. A chance for the quick reply.
Yeah, look, in the end, it's hit the target, but that's a risky kick that Tom Lynch probably didn't need to take. He'd worked so hard up and back into space. He got the great kick from Taylor Walker, and he would have been having a very similar shot just from the other side of the corridor, but he decided to pass to Josh Jenkins. A good opportunity for the Crows to get themselves on the board.
He's averaged just over 2 goals a game last season.
That's not good kicking from this particular spot on the ground.
Yeah, look at that. Just the 1 goal. 2 to the left, 4 to the right, but he's made amends there. There's another one through the middle. That makes it 2. The Crows answer through Jenkins.
Yeah, great entry in the end from the Adelaide Crows. They were able to get the...
Able to do something with it.
Now the Crows deep into attack. Sloane, as he held without it. Still going Sloane. Now he does Santo out of the way. Matt Crouch, quick pick up, the snap, and the goal.
Great stuff by Matty Crouch there, because he actually puts the block on to try and get Eddie Betts out at this stop.
Towards the wing. Brown and Garner both fly. Swallows at the bottom of the pack. Eddie Betts had followed it down, and here he comes. The little man gets through heavy traffic. Gives it away quickly towards Lynch. He goes in towards the Texan. Centering ball, but he's got an open goal. So he goes laterally. And they still are able to maintain possession. Back once more to Seedsman. Well, we know what he did a few moments ago. He's made amends. Seedsman gets a long bomb.
Oh, it was the kick back into the corridor that set this goal up for...
He's well spoiled. Zeeble tries to crash his way through. Gets the hand pass away to Atley. Another one comes even wider to Higgins. He steadies, goes onto the left boot, wanting Wells, who gave a little bit... Thomas, who gave a little bit of a shove, but got away with it. Towards Boomer Harvey. Marks just inside the line. Harvey chips up towards half forward. They're maintaining possession. This is Wells. What a good comeback he's made.
They need a score here, North.
Well, they've got just over a minute to do it, Jono. Wait as the fly.
That is such a good kick from Daniel Wells. He waited it. Pardon the pun, so that Wade could actually have a run and jump at the footy. He sat it on the opponent's head in front of him rather than kicking it straight up as high and as long as he could. He actually pulled the kick a little bit.
That was a good sit.
Too much chocolate over Easter for Jason.
They've had a good quarter, North. That's why I called they need a goal here, because look, Adelaide have been able to jump out to a 13-point lead, but North have been very competitive. They deserve this goal.
42 goals and 24 behinds last year. And he makes no mistake. Jared Waite, now 33 years of age, gets his first and a much-needed one for the Kangas.
I think you're right, Jono. If they don't get that goal
through the contest very, very quickly.
And the North Melbourne players are trying to give it to him verbally and physically.
Still virtually in the middle.
He's out on a wing all on his own, Eddie.
Cunnington Claimed by Thompson, not before he gets it to Nicky Del Santo. Zeeble, a hurried kick, marked by White, somewhat fortuitously.
50 metres. Oh, Scotty Thompson.
50. Thompson has given away 50.
Well, see, the problem was Scotty Thompson, he was probably around the edge of that protected area, but he wasn't running straight out of it. He was running through the line of it to get into defence and fill up a hole. He had to run laterally, directly away from that protected zone before he then hooked to the right and went down into the defensive 50.
Pretty generous 50. It puts him directly in front, 35 metres out. Chance to close the gap. White, who's got one. He's now got two, and the Kangas make a dream start in the second quarter.
It's critical, isn't it, the decision on that Thursday night there.
To hold the ball up to halve a contest, 1 against 2. It's excellent from the young man.
He's locked it inside 50 for the Crows. Goldstein's hit out. Lynch taking in a strong tackle.
Dangerous tackle.
Don't for it. It's going to be hotly adjudicated this season, those sorts of tackles.
We've seen a few of them already over the first few matches, and it's really going to be an interpretation thing, and it'll take a while, I think, before players and umpires all get used to it.
Excellent leadership from Goldstein there as well. Had a word of McDonald's here because he was about to go nuts at the ump.
Lynch with that space to open up the angle, snap it back and get another one for the Crows.
And it's on afterwards.
Yes.
Lynch went straight over to young Luke McDonald and said, "Cop that." I didn't think he threw his head into the ground. I actually thought the lower body hit the ground first, but you've got to be careful of any head contact when it does hit the ground, and I think
They go forward again, courtesy of Brad Crouch. Now Miller gets the hand pass away. All of a sudden the Crows looking very good, up towards full forward. They need a runner at the back, and they got it in the big Jenkins man, and he's done it again. Jenkins gets his second, and suddenly the Crows skip away. Clear, passing in towards Sloane, just a little too much on it. Sloane's got to go again, and he had to beat a couple. But the ask was too big. Anderson takes it from Thomas. They go down towards Petrie. Petrie and Talia. Petrie and Talia. Petrie goes for goal and gets it.
Well, the ball's just going up and back that quickly at the moment. Kingy mentioned that.
It's been end-to-end stuff so far in the first half. There you go, the Crows. Atkins with a long kick inside 50. McGovern, the target. Through the hands of Atlee, there a chance here. McKay picks up, plenty of time, and he snaps a goal. Remarkable stuff.
Kingy, seriously, what is it like at ground level?
Now he's got a problem. Miller waited for it, but he goes again, tries to get it out, and he does. Atlee, however, steals it. Poor kick. An opportunity once again for Van Berlo. He goes long, inside 50. Jacobs!
he was just too big for Frito, and there's nothing Michael Frito could do. He's an undersized key defender. He's strong in his own right. He gave it his all. But Big Sam Jacobs was just too big. Just pushed him to the side, held his spot, took the chest mark. And this would be some good breathing space for the Crows if he can thread it.
He played every game last year, kicked only 4 goals. But that doesn't matter. This is this year, and he's kicked his first.
Great kick by Van Berlo. That's what I like about this. Their setup was
Conceding too.
Goldstein in the ruck. Had the advantage there over Jenkins. Del Santo inside 50. Brown the target. Wait the man doing the roving. Snapping towards goal and kicking another.
He's the one doing the damage for North Melbourne. Jono, 3 goals to Jared Waite.
Hand pass once more, and the Crows are away to the outer side.
Burrito arriving quickly for North Melbourne though. Gibson under pressure. Crows have the numbers. Seedsman busts through a tackle and he's away. The speedster, the former Pie, kicks it high towards Jenkins. He threw right out of the way. Jenkins goes again, trying to take on 2. Busts through another. The snap off the left. Jenkins! What a remarkable goal!
Jared Waite's got 3 at one end, Josh Jenkins 3 at the other, and that was just brute strength. He's also got explosive.
How does he take the speed out of this game? Because they can't continue to play at this pace.
Contact on the knees, North Melbourne.
Sliding in. The free kick is going to go the way of Wells. We'll try and open things up through the middle.
Great kick.
Was to McMillan. Douglas did well to spoil, but he's got support there from Gibson, who can send the Roos inside 50. And Brown, all alone, takes the mark and can go back and have the shot.
Hasn't seen a lot of it, just the 4 possessions for Ben Brown. Now he gets an opportunity with his second mark to kick a goal, a much needed one for the Kangaroos.
You love his run-up, Jace.
Well, we were watching him in the pre-game warm-up, Kingy. He's got the straightest run-up I've ever seen. It doesn't deviate from the centre of his target. Absolutely beautiful run-up. And if I keep talking, I'll put the biggest mozzer on him you've ever seen, but he's normally beautiful at this.
He is off the long run. North Melbourne's best young player last year. But he's got that one home.
Jason breathes a sigh of relief as he puts that one straight over the goal by his hat. But you're right, it is a pure hit the legs of Petrie.
Well, keep an eye on him. He's up now as Cheney goes short.
He's proppy.
He's very proppy, so this could be more problems for the Kangaroos. The kick from Brown was good.
He's coming off Petrie. He's in trouble.
Gee. This is major problems, quite possibly, as Brad Crouch to Walker, who takes the mark just inside 50. So one end of the ground, you've got Petrie limping off, and at the other end,
off now. He's shaking it off, Sandy. He's going to stay on.
That's good news, because Tex Walker has it. He's almost directly in front. Distance won't be a problem.
15 seconds gone.
There you can see Petrie just trying to walk it out. He starts walking before the clock counts down to 0. It's a beautiful kick off the boot. That is a magnificent kick.
You can see the stats there from that spot on the ground. 16 goals, 5. Taylor Walker
helping his side to an 18-point lead at half-time. Brad Crouch bumped off it by Cunnington. McKay did well. High one back in the Jenkins direction again. Farina right with him. Oh, it spills to Walker. Top of the square. He'll bang it through for his second.
It's kind of out of nowhere, isn't it? It's a bit of a stagnant start to this third quarter.
Goldstein over the top was searching for Cunnington, but it's going to be Thompson and Crouch. Oh, great tackle by Wells. He chased him down, and he's got it. The Roos need the next one. They've got to try and stay in touch, and they've got the opportunity to do exactly that. Higgins takes a strong mark in opposition to Smith.
He's had a lot of the footy, 8 possessions, but we know he's a beautiful finisher. This is one of the reasons they were so keen to get him over from the Western Bulldogs, because he's a beautiful kick of the footy.
Yeah, kicked 39 goals, Jason, last year in 24 matches. They need this one. That gives you a perfect view of his angle. A very slow and deliberate approach. And he doesn't fail. Higgins replies. Kangas come back.
Thought it was really important that they answered early, because it was the worst possible start with the total.
So a free kick paid to the Kangaroos as they're resetting after the goal from Higgins. So in the blink of an eye, the Kangaroos a chance to get a couple of quick ones and get themselves right back into the game. Lindsay Thomas to take the kick.
15 gone.
So a big kick for Lindsay Thomas and for North Melbourne. The round one hoodoo has loomed large under Brad Scott. They can get themselves right back into this one, and Thomas kicks the goal.
Well, it's got me.
Plays on. Kangas go back in towards the middle. Gee, that's dangerous. So So now an opportunity for the Crows through Douglas. It's a big bomb, and there's some holding. It's going to go the way of the Crows. It's going to go to Jenkins.
Don't know what Goldstein was thinking.
No.
With that kick back into the corridor as the players try and sort themselves out. Again, there's a bit of feeling creeping into this contest.
50 metres. Let him pick the ball up.
It's a free kick to Jenkins in the goal square, so he'll line up dead in front.
Todd Goldstein knows this one is his. It was just a poor kick. The option might have been okay. It was just very, very poor execution. Turned it over. It's cost him a goal.
Just outside the goal square, so Jenkins has put on a little bit of an angle here. Shouldn't affect him too much. The Goldstein kick set this up because he's tried to go back through the corridor. Poor disposal.
Still the players are into each other off the ball.
Yeah. So
what's the point?
The spotlight should be on Jenkins. He kicked one in the first term, two in the second, and looking for one in the third, and he's got it. The quick reply. The Crows get one back.
They're the ones you don't mind as a forward. And you just get a quick turnover.
The play usually does it pretty well too. Here's White. Unnecessary, so he's got the free kick. Lever, the man on the mark. White goes short. It's okay. Finds McDonald. Still on halfback. Swings around onto that left foot of his. Goes up towards Petrie and Brown at the back. Takes a strong 50. And there's 50.
And that's a good decision because Rory Laird was holding his arm. He had players running past looking for the hand pass, and he would not allow him. He has to just man the mark and stop impacting the player. You can't hold on to that arm and stop him from handballing the ball.
So that brings him to within 35 metres and an angle that shouldn't prove too severe for him.
You spoke about how straight his run-up is. It's a long run-up too. It's as long as anyone playing the game.
One goal to his name at the moment. That was in the second term. He begins that long run. It's almost a trot, but it's an accurate one. And so too is the kick. Back come the Kangas again.
Well, they're just hanging around, aren't they, North Melbourne? Adelaide have been good at responding in this situation.
Huntington again. Now Harvey. He's just going to go for distance. Back through to the middle of the ground. Petrie made the contest well. Brown. Handball was good. Laird looking inside 50. Jenkins, test of strength. He's got it! Too strong, Josh Jenkins, right at the top of the goal square.
I think the North Melbourne players are arguing that he had as much of the ball as Jenkins did for Frito. Well, I think he marked it. We were just talking about the size discrepancy in that battle. What are they going to do here?
Yeah.
Another ball up, is it?
No, it is going to Jenkins.
Push out. Boys, push out.
That's 50.
Yeah, I can't give it to another player.
Well, he did in the end.
Just looked like a mark for us.
Josh Jenkins proving a tough assignment.
You can understand the frustration from Frito because the umpire said it just looked like a mark. So Frito's yelling at him. Well, you thought it looked like a mark, so you just paid it, did you?
Just wrong wording. The umpire was pretty clear in his sport at the time.
He can only pay what he sees.
Yep.
Jenkins directly in front. He's got a handful. 5 goals for Josh Jenkins. Crows find a way through somehow. And Atkins takes too long holding the ball.
This is a hot potato.
It is. Great work by North Melbourne. Didn't give up on the chase, and I think that's the pleasing part. That's why the crowd's up and about over on that side of the ground. They laid 3 or 4 tackles. Gibson in the end with the big chase down.
He did really well, Gibson. In towards full forward, towards White and Petrie. Zeebel's at the back with strength. Gives it away. That's what they needed. Little Boomer's on the end of it. He loves those, and he rarely misses.
No problem scoring goals tonight. You can see both teams kick 100 points very easily. It is end-to-end still. It has been just a frenetic pace.
Brown took that mark.
Just didn't control it.
Kingy was right. The tackling of North Melbourne It's just monstrous at the moment. They get a chance once again.
Oh, has he?
It's a very high ball. How's that, Boomer? 410 games and 484 goals now to the little master. Still 6 minutes plus remaining in this one. Cunnington, hurriedly, a floater up towards the 50. And an active spoil by Petrie. Gee, that was well done. Harvey's going to do it again. And he does. Oh, he is hot. Kangas are hot. Harvey's got 3.
Make no mistake, you cannot understate the physical contesting that Drew...
Matt Crouch, and he was Crouch.
Go away, Brett. I got it, Brett. Okay, I'm through.
Able to straying a little high.
It was illegal, but that was their 67th tackle. This is the ferocity of the Kangaroos today has been absolutely first class.
Seedsman now wide for Thompson. The Crows veteran looking to set them up. Kangaroos got back in numbers. And looking for Jenkins again. He was in his hands. Spills now. Handle out to Douglas, and he just sneaks it home.
Well, they probably deserved to get punished because they didn't fill the hole. Jenkins could have taken the mark. It slipped through his...
Is unfolding. Jacobs beaten Cunnington out of the middle again. Suddenly they're inside 50. What a grab by Garner. Taylor Garner in game number 14.
He's got a terrific vertical leap. I mean, he didn't even think that the kick was coming near him to start with. He turned around to look at who was leading up, and then he tracked the footy and thought, actually, I can get my hands on this. His vertical leap was extraordinary. A good, clean grab. Needs to back it up now with a good kick.
11 games, Jason, last year for 6 goals. In he comes. Kicking from 45 metres.
Beautiful.
Lovely kick. Delightful kick. Straight into the blue and white North Melbourne streamers. And once again, they reply like lightning.
You like it, Jace, because all North's bigs, when they have a set shot at goal, they're straight.
The front tonight, his tackling's been superb. The lead is on, and there he is, Boomer Harvey. Too far out to score. But he'll go deep with a penetrating kick in towards weight territory. Couldn't mark. They got the players scouting. One of them is Goldstein, the little rover. Todd kicks the goal. Kangas hit the front.
There's been a big battle between Goldstein and Jacobs today, and Jared Wade, he's just picking himself up big.
His side trying to break it.
Oh, that's a horrible kick.
Horrible turnover. He's slowing back the other way. Betts has got all the time in the world in the pocket.
Now, this is where he prefers it, Eddie. He'll take his time. He'll run out and kick it around the corner. Sean Atley gives great run out of defence. They love his pace, but he's got to make good decisions. He's got to hit targets or at least get it long to a contest to give a teammate a chance.
Hasn't kicked the goal tonight. Eddie Betts got the room to open up the angle with the drop punt. That steadies magnificently. Eddie Betts with a sublime finish from the pocket to kick his first.
I should have expected it, Jono. Missed the easy one and then kicked the impossible one.
It was a great
Taken by McDonald. Right. For Atley. Just over 10 minutes remaining.
It's going to take a massive effort for the Kangaroos because I think the legs are starting to tire. That one less rotation on the bench.
I reckon they're setting themselves up for the last 5 minutes to go.
Here's Waits on the wing. He's got it at their second ball. Set it up for Wells. It looks like he hasn't missed a beat, considering how many injuries he's had over the last couple of seasons. Petrie, he's got it at the second bite as well.
Now we just saw a kick missed from Luke McDonald that he should have kicked. It's going to come down to who takes their opportunities.
Could be a bit of Frank the Tank here.
Grand final only, he said, Kingy, but the excitement of a big round one victory might come out.
but deep in a game, as you get tired, they're harder and harder to kick. So over his career from this position on the ground, he has a pretty good record.
Drew Petrie to give his side the lead from right on the 50, bangs through the goal, and the Kangaroos lead by 6 points.
Well, that's one of his favourite spots on the ground. We saw that right then. 22 he's had from that spot. Make that 23 now.
Look at Todd in game number 150. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Still time for either side, obviously. Here's White from 50 metres. Clever kick. Very clever kick. Slug it off the ground. That could be the match-winning goal by Garner. Sensational stuff by Taylor Garner, who's kicked his second. He kicked one in the third. And the Kangaroos have stripped.
I'm looking forward to the emotion at the final siren. This has been big.
The hurry kick by Crouch, who kicked the goal in the first term, puts them within range again. A snap is by McGovern, and it is off target and through for one behind. And that will be arguably the last kick of the game. Del Santo has it, but the siren is imminent. He brings it back into play, but that is it. The Kangaroos have finally done it for Brad Scott. For the first time in round one, he tastes victory. Due largely to Toddy Goldstein, who was sensational in the final quarter. And the Kangas coming from behind, at one stage down by 24 points, have found enough to find the finish line.